Kip, if you need me to get out of the way at any time, just push me. I started leaning this last time, and then I saw
All
you
right,
leaning. I was
everybody.
like,
All right, everybody. Welcome to Game 4 of our league weekend, SYTHL. Bulls are going to play the Nashville Flyers, coming off a victory against the Atlanta Ice Bandits. Nice little tidy victory there, Tyler. Hard play, um, but we managed to edge them out at the end. There was it 4-2. Is that right?
I think it was 4-2.
Yep.
4-2, and we did get confirmation on the goal that they shot down on the other end. It actually hit the post and went straight across the red line, never actually going into the goal. So what looked good from us was actually the right call.
Yeah. So I heard some parents talking out in the lobby from the other team. They were unhappy, talking about the Range Rover that the ref's going to be driving. So
not from this team.
Not from this team.
I don't think any of us can afford to go run out and buy a Range Rover for the ref.
So we got about a minute and a half left on warm-ups. 12-minute periods. I've been saying minute and a half, but it's actually a minute-long penalties this weekend. Nashville Flyers, we were tied coming into the weekend, tied for first place with them with 10 points apiece in the overall standings. They've taken a couple of L's, I believe, this weekend so far. So
they're a good team, and they've gotten a couple from us. I believe they beat us last league weekend.
They did.
Coming off the heels of a Knoxville game that we put everything into, and then just came away with a loss to Knoxville, kind of like we did this morning. I think the key to the game today is just going to be, which team shows up. Obviously, the 6 a.m. team played really well, especially late in the game. But with an hour break, it's kind of tough sometimes. You wake up early in the morning, you get moving, and it'll be interesting to see if the boys can respond and bring that same energy and intensity to the second game.
Absolutely. And I don't think Nashville has played yet today. I think they have one more game after ours.
So this will be their first game.
So they've got fresh legs. So again, some keys. You got to stay out of the penalty box. Got to have good communication, and keep those cross-ice passes coming, because that's what's opening up the defense for us. And as always, big thank you to our coaching staff. Appreciate what you guys do.
So again, starting the game, we have our lockdown goalie, Brogan Turley. Ian Farragut at center. Philip Gross at left wing. Finnegan Cataldo at right wing. Jackson Bulls and Ethan Gray back on defense. And the Bulls win the faceoff. Goes back to Ethan. Ethan sends it up to Finnegan. Finnegan takes it across into the neutral zone. Carries it into the offensive zone, and we have an offsides call. So face-off won by the Bulls. Philip Gross takes it over. It's a poke checked out. Ian gets tangled up along the boards. Flyers work it into the defensive zone and get an offsides on Nashville Flyers. Bulls are going to take this opportunity to switch out lines. Nixon, Henry, and Tyson. Hayes and Lingjay. Bulls win the faceoff again. Henry Arns taking it across center ice. Gets it over to Nixon. Nixon carries it along the near side boards. Hayes hustles back on defense. It looks like Tyson jumped in there too to try to keep the puck on sides, but Henry ends up sending it across ice over to Tyson. Tyson takes a shot, trying to get a rebound. It's Nixon. Flyers send it behind their net. Tyson along the far side boards tries to get a handle on it. Nixon steps up. They send it back. Hayes takes a deep shot from the blue line. Well defended by the Flyers. Flyers carried across neutral ice. Henry skating with no stick, just working with his feet. This is why we do soccer drills in practice. Hayes is going to work it behind our net, send it on around to Tyson. Tyson flicks it up and gets it out of the defensive zone, giving Henry an opportunity to go back and get his stick. Right now, Henry's off it out of the play, getting his stick. Flyers working it around. Flyers send one wide of the net. Hayes follows around. Nixon trying to get it out of the defensive zone for the Bulls. Ends up at Hayes' feet. Hayes sends it over to Nixon. Nixon back up the boards. Flyers take a shot into the glove of Brogan Turley.
Kid's got ice in his veins.
He's very consistent. Always paying attention, ready. So Bulls make a line change. Dylan Hunt, Nicholas, and Elijah come out. Ethan and Jackson back on defense, and off the defensive zone face-off. Quick shot by the Nashville Flyers, scooped up by Brogan Turley. Dylan takes the face-off again, tries to get it back to Ethan. Puck pops up, finds Dylan's stick. Dylan works it along the boards, carries it up to Elijah Cole. Elijah surrounded by Flyers jerseys. They do get it into the offensive zone. Jackson's going to carry it on across into the offensive zone, gets it over to one of his offensive players. And now there's only Ethan to beat. Ethan's got to turn around and skate, and he does. Flyers make a shot right behind Brogan Turley and into the net. So Jackson had skated that up a little bit, and nobody back checked on the offensive side. So caught Ethan in a one-on-one opportunity, and just got beat to the net. So Ian comes back out, takes a face-off along with Finnegan and Phillip. Hayes and Lingjay back on defense. Hayes skated it up through the neutral zone, but then lost the puck. Ian trying to work it through the neutral zone. Hayes with a poke check. Phillip chases it into the offensive zone. Hayes poke checks it back out and sends it deep into the offensive zone with Phillip on chase. Flyers just send it around the backside of their net, try to send it back around the backside of their net again. Giving the Bulls plenty of time to set up in the offensive zone, but they do get it out and clear it. Now it's a chase, and I think Ian thought he was going to get called for tripping, but no call there. He did lose a stick. Lingjay works it behind the net, finally sends it along the boards. Nashville tries to send it back to their D-man, but ends up clearing the zone. Phillip works it up through the neutral zone, making a couple of guys miss. Pushing the puck well into the offensive zone. He tries to center it to Ian. The pass is broken up. Finnegan clears it back out into the neutral zone. Ian tied up with the Nashville Flyer. Ian continues to battle along the near side boards. Puck finally gets sent out to Henry Arns. Henry takes it, passes it up to Finnegan, who is offsides. He was trying to stay on, just couldn't quite stay on sides there. So the Bulls will take a face-off here in the neutral zone. It's won by Nixon, and Henry's quickly tripped up trying to get to the loose puck. Nashville Flyers just winds up and he whiffs on the pass.
Nixie fired a bullet in there.
Yeah, he did. So now we have Henry, Nixon, and Tyson out on offense with Jackson and Ethan playing D. Face off by Nixon. Quick shot by Tyson, just bounces wide of the net. Send it up the boards to Jackson. Jackson does a good job keeping it in there, sending it back to his offensive guys. Nixon trying to work through traffic, loses the puck, and the Flyers are back on a fast break. Jackson doing a good job poke checking that out. Bulls did a good job back checking that time and getting in position, and Brogan lays out and puts one in his glove. Great job by Brogan laying out there. The Bulls are going to make another line change. So Dylan, Nicholas, and Elijah come back out with Hayes and Lingjay on defense. Face-off won by the Bulls, but quickly sent back around the net by Hayes, and nobody home for the Bulls except for a Nashville Flyer player who puts one sort of on net. Bulls able to clear the zone. Hayes is going to take this opportunity to kind of reset and send it out to Elijah Cole. I'm sorry, it's Dylan Hunt. So Dylan carries it across neutral ice. Hayes keeping it in the zone. Great job there laying out. Nashville tries to send it around. Lingjay battling along the boards, but is able to keep it into the offensive zone. Again, Dylan doing a good job keeping it in the zone again. Hayes steps up, works it forward, takes a shot off the goalie's stick. Nicholas there for the rebound, but got tied up. The stick got tied up in one of the Flyers' sticks, and now the Flyers on a fast break down the boards. But Hayes back checks quickly and is able to steal it and send it back to Nicholas. Nicholas working across neutral ice, working it into the offensive zone. He's only got one man to beat and one man behind him. Finally takes a shot, and it's just wide of the net. Nashville sending it back. Ian back there. Now he's entered the game. It's tied up. Lingjay works it forward to Ian. Ian gets it poke checked out right as he's entering the offensive zone, but they do end up sending it in deep. So now Finnegan has entered the game. Ian and Phillip. Jackson's come on and for defense. He's working it back, trying to get it over to Ian or Lingjay. And now we're going to get it offsides on the Flyers. So the Bulls will take this opportunity to go ahead and pull Lingjay off the ice, reset, and send out Ethan to help out his buddy Jackson there on defense. So 4:26 left here in the first period. Score of 1-0, Nashville Flyers. Face-off won by Nashville Flyers, and they take a quick shot, and it gets over to Brogan. Brogan can't find it. They finally do call the whistle on it, though. Ethan took a little offense to number 97 poking at his goalie, but to be honest, his goalie did not have a handle on it quite yet, so I think we probably got a little favorable whistle there, but it is the safest play to go ahead and blow it. Nixon now coming in, along with Henry and Tyson. Jackson's going to send it back around the backside of the net. Only a Nashville Flyers there. Nashville tries to center it, but broken up by Ethan. Ethan sends it up to Tyson. Tyson loses his edge right there into the wall.
It was a weird collision. I was kind of worried Tyson might get the worst end of that.
Looked like his foot hit a hole in the ice. Nashville sends it out. that ends up on Henry Orange's stick, who works it across the neutral zone into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Henry's still trying to get a handle on it, center it, and he does. Centers it right into a Flyer skate. A great cross-ice pass by Nashville. Just doesn't quite land on the stick, and Jackson does a good job just trying to send it out of the zone. Henry steps up, tries to take a block. That misses through 6 people at least before it bounces off of Brogan. Nashville working it back into the Bulls' defensive zone. Send it across ice again. Brogan covers, getting us an opportunity to stop play and reset.
What in this?
So somehow we have music coming in. You can hear it in the background. We got a little Run Run Rudolph in between periods. And Justin's concerned that maybe, I think that's his phone playing. So Nashville trying to send it around. Hayes now enters the ice and sends it up the boards. He does clear the zone with it. So we're going to keep playing even with the music going. Elijah Cole poking it in there. Dylan Hunt sends it up across the line. Dumps it into the offensive zone.
Not really sure what's going on. I thought I knew how to turn it off, but I don't.
I was concerned maybe it was your phone plugged up or something and you didn't.
No.
The way you took off.
Well, I thought maybe somebody had turned on the sound system down here, but it's apparently on the main rink.
So shot save. Glove save by Brogan. Great job there. So sorry for the confusion, guys. We had a little excitement and Run Rudolph.
Looks like they're sending Dylan to the box for slashing.
So Dylan's headed to the box, so we will have the first penalty kill for the Bulls with 1:43 left here in the first period. Out for the penalty kill, we will have Ian Finnegan, Jackson, and Ethan. Brogan's over there feeling the move and groove with the Run Rudolph. Jackson takes one off the shin, quickly gives chase, follows it around the corner and just dumps it all the way around, trying to find Finnegan. Finnegan steps up, poke checks it out. Nobody quite able to get a handle on it. Nashville does take a shot. And glove save Brogan. So 39 seconds left in this penalty kill. No changes for the Bulls. Ethan steps up and knocks that one out. He was on the wrong side. Coach Mike was yelling at him to move over, and he just happened to move over at the right time for the faceoff. But we do get an offsides call on the Nashville Flyers. 31 seconds left here in this penalty kill. 1:13 left in the first period. Ian will take the faceoff. Knocks it back to a Nashville Flyer. Nashville Flyers take a quick dump, and Brogan just scoots it out of the way with his stick. Finnegan trying to clear the zone. Nashville doing a good job keeping it in, though. Finally, Ian does clear the zone, and they get an offsides. I was wondering if they were going to call that, and they did.
Yeah, you can see there Ian pointing, saying it went over, it went over.
It happened so quick, it could have easily been missed. Nicholas did a good job, our referee Nicholas did a good job of catching that offsides. So the Bulls will make a change. Nixon comes out for center with Henry Arns, Ling J, and Hayes back on D. Flyers get it and doing a good job just spreading the puck around. Hayes steps up, though, and clears his own again. Nashville waiting for everybody to get back on sides. And they do, and they come back out. Scoot it over to Hayes. Hayes with his stick back in there again. Nixon working it back out of the defensive zone. Sends it up the boards to Tyson, who's come in after the penalty kill was over. Puck ends up on Henry Arns' stick. He works into the offensive zone, trying to get a shot off, but just can't quite keep his feet. Flyers work it up the ice, right past Lingjay. Tyson back checking. The Flyers coming around the backside of the goal, trying to send it in, and they do. Bounces one right towards Brogan, and I don't know who's controlling the music, but it is highly distracting. I'm sure it's not only distracting for us running the camera, but very distracting for the players as well, because it just pops on at weird times.
Sorry about that, folks. Apparently somebody got a little overzealous trying to mute the music and unplugged everything, so we lost power for a hot second. Nope. All right. Try it now, Tyler.
Yep, can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I got you. All right.
All right, guys. So if sounds like we're back live. Had some issues there. Somebody got a little excited and unplugged a whole bunch of stuff, so we're back live. You missed a little bit of the action. Right at about a minute. We got 11:06 left here in the second period. Score of 1-0, Nashville Flyers. Out on the ice for the Bulls is Nixon, Tyson, and looks like Henry and possibly Lingjay, from what I can tell. And now Hayes is rushing out to get on defense. So we have 2 penalties. Not sure what happened there, but number 97. Let's see who's in our penalty box. It looks like Ethan Gray's in our penalty box, or maybe it's Jackson. Actually, I believe it's Jackson. It's their penalty box. So both teams serving a penalty here. Actually, it is Ethan. You're right. And I still can't hear you, Justin.
I'm muted.
All right.
Yeah, that's Ethan's number at least.
Yeah, so Ethan Gray serving the penalty for the Bulls, and the Nashville's got one in the box too. So Henry Arns takes the puck, tries to send it out. Gets deflected by one of the Flyers sticks. Henry sends it up to Nixon. Nixon works it into the offensive zone. Henry poke checks that out, sends it over to Tyson. Hayes steps up, tries to get a handle on it, and backhands one into the goal on the spin. Bulls now stepping off. Lingjay the only one back and able to poke check that away. The rest of the Bulls back checking quickly. Nixon sends it around to Henry. Henry's going to work it into cross ice over to Tyson. Pass is deflected. Nashville trying to work it out. Everybody kind of taking a hack at it. Hayes finally gets a handle on it. Sends it over to Tyson. Tyson tries to work it along the boards. Carries it back into the offensive zone. Kept there by Nixon. Henry makes a guy miss. He's trying to find some open room, but just too many orange jerseys and sticks around. Hayes and Lingjay both back check quickly, trying to get back on defense with one man coming down feverishly towards them. They send one towards Brogan right off his shin guard. Gets over to Tyson. Tyson works it out of the defensive zone for the Bulls and into the neutral zone. Sends it across ice to Nixon, who loses it at his feet for a minute and then takes it into the offensive zone with an offsides.
A little bit of hesitation there. I don't think Tyson saw he had Nicholas in stride ahead of everybody else.
But Nicholas came in off the bench, and I don't think anybody saw him other than the ref. So Nicholas, Dylan, and Elijah back out on the ice along with Ethan and Jackson. Elijah steps up, tries to poke check that one away, deflects it off to Dylan. Flyers just send it right out of their defensive zone, picked up by Nicholas. Nicholas tries to carry it in, but knocked away right before he enters into the offensive zone for the Bulls. Number 15 working his way right on in and tries to get a shot off, but Ethan does a good job keeping a stick on stick. They send one towards Brogan. Just can't quite connect with the goal.
That would have been offsides before it was across the line. But
Nicholas knocks that down, does a good job of getting it out in the neutral zone, works it across, sends it over to Elijah. Elijah loses the handle on it. Flyers able to clear the zone, so the Bulls will have to get back and reset. Ethan chases back, sends it back up to the boards to Elijah. Passes a little over Elijah's stick. Dylan ends up with it, takes a long shot, but something that can be rebounded, and Nicholas tries for the rebound, but the puck was just bouncing in front of the net. Now they got a fast break, and Jackson and Ethan are both back checking quickly. Jackson sends it up and out of the zone. Nashville tried to swat it out. Phillip does a good job there lifting that guy's stick, keeping him from being able to get a handle on it and take a fast break as everybody was sprinting in the opposite direction. Flyers take a shot towards the net, but the Bulls are swarming that in front of the goal. Phillip continues to work it along the wall on the near side. It's lost, and the Flyers work it on into their offensive zone. Again, defense steps up, does a good job. Jackson trying to get it out of the zone, and does. Works it up the neutral zone, and now Jackson's going to try to get it across. Nobody home for the Bulls as they're trying to make a quick line change and do. Finnegan comes in and immediately shoots it into the corner, trying to keep the puck into the offensive zone while the rest of the Bulls get out into the line change. Ian swipes in with an open shot and takes it and makes a goal. Ian coming off the bench with some fresh legs immediately comes out and keeps that puck on the offensive side. That got a little dicey there with that line change, but ended up working out good for the Bulls with Ian being ready and Finnegan coming in and keeping it on sides right out of the gate. So we have Finnegan, Ian, Phillip, Hayes, and Lingjay out on the ice. Score of 1-1, 6:43 left here in the second period. Finnegan chases behind net. They send it up the boards. Ian tries to slap it back around the other side of the net and cut off by the Flyers. Flyers able to clear the zone, so the Bulls will have to reset. And good job there by Ian, just swinging it back in. Hayes keeps it on sides, continues to poke check it out as the Flyers are trying to gain possession. Flyers finally able to clear it, and there's nobody back but Ling J. Hayes is on chase. He's right there, but he's a step or two behind. Ling J does a good job getting a stick on and knocking it out. Hayes knocks it over to Ian. Ian working his way up, doing a couple of head fakes and tries to work one. Oh, barely lost the handle on that, and he tries to backhand it back in after Finnegan knocked it back to him. Hayes keeps it in, continues to battle along the boards, but the guy's just holding his stick. Ling J sends it across ice, trying to get it back up to Ian. Ian works it into the offensive zone. Picked up quickly by Henry Arns, who's now entered into the game. Now Nixon pops it off the bench, gets it back over to Henry. Henry tries to get a shot off. Nixon finally does, and that's bar down for Nixon off of Henry's pass back. Great job. Great job again, coming off of a quick shift. Bulls are doing a good job shifting on the fly and making something happen.
Yeah, I think they're taking advantage of that confusion.
Yeah,
Those line change confusions. So, hey, it's working. Let's keep it up.
So now we have, looks like we have Nixon, Tyson, Henry, Jackson, and Ethan out on the ice. And face-off won by Nixon originally, and Henry couldn't quite keep a handle on that puck. So Ethan takes it back, sends it around the boards on the near side. Oh, Nixon took one in the chin strap. Flyers send it across ice. Jackson knocking it back into the neutral zone. Just out of reach for the Flyers right there. The Flyers are doing a good job sending passes all the way across ice and really creating a lot of space. Bulls are having to close a lot of gaps quickly. So Nicholas enters in off the bench and immediately tries to steal another one in the offensive zone. Nixon gets tripped up there. The Flyers able to clear it, and Ethan tries to send it back in, trying to get over to Nicholas, who was right there just a step behind the Flyer. And the Flyers take a big shot right over the top of the goal. Take another big shot, and rides the rails right behind the goal again. Tyson's entered the game, and he tried to keep that one in. Flyers take another shot right off Brogan's glove side. Jackson tries to send it back out, gets it up to Nicholas. Nicholas is going to work it into the neutral zone, continuing to battle. Works it along the wall, right along the ref, using the ref as a blocker, and puts it right over the top of the goalie's head. Great shot on net, just a little high. Flyers are going to work it back. They have Ethan and Jackson both skating back and got an offsides on the Flyers.
Yeah, number 74 got held up, but thought his guy was with him. So he went ahead and moved over, and I don't think he saw that his dude took a detour around Ethan Gray back there.
I'd take a detour around Ethan too. He's been a bruiser this tournament. So we have Dylan, Elijah, Nicholas, Hayes, and Ling J back out on the ice. Nicholas works it around four guys, just trying to create some space. It gets back to Ling J. Ling J sends it across to his other D-man, Hayes, who dumps it back in now that everybody was back on sides. Just dumps it deep into the offensive zone. Nashville trying to kind of clear it back out. Ling J steps up and pokes it back in. Nashville again trying to get it out, and they do. They only have one man to beat in Hayes, but quickly Ling J catches back up, and Dylan back checks. Ling J chases him into the corner. They put one right in front of the net, though, and Brogan with what I believe was a save, and it was.
Yeah.
Got a little confusing there. I saw the ref put his hand down like it might have been a goal, but
he was pointing at the far circle.
I agreed, and then Nicholas waved it off. So 2:48 left here in the second period. Score of 2-1 Bulls. Ian takes the face-off, sends it over to Jackson. Jackson tries to work it up to Phillip. Flyers take a quick shot right off the handle of Brogan's stick. Gets over to Ian off the rebound. Ian's going to work it up. He's got Finnegan behind him. and we have an offsides. Nashville is just able to send it back across the blue line while Ian's momentum caught him offsides. So we'll take a face-off here right outside the offensive zone for the Bulls. No line changes, but a line change for the Flyers. Jackson tries to send it in. Rebounds off the skate of one of the Flyers, and the Flyers are able to work it into the Bulls' defensive zone. They center it, and Jackson's laid out in front of the net. So is Brogan, and Brogan ends up with it in his glove. So Jackson just lays out in front of the net, doing everything he can to keep that one out, and Brogan was doing the same. So that puck would have had to go through several pairs of legs.
I was glad when Brogan popped up and held that one over his head.
No kidding. I wasn't sure he knew where it was, and I sure as heck didn't. Ian finally clears the zone with it, and Finnegan chases down the puck there at center ice. Pushes it deep into the offensive zone. Ethan steps up, tries to poke check that out. But now Jackson's the only man to beat. Jackson poke checks it back up to Ethan. Ethan tries to get it over to Ian. Ian's going to work it into the offensive zone. He's only got two guys to beat. He tries to take a shot off of one of the shoes of Nashville Flyers. He sends it cross ice right off the stick of Finnegan. Finnegan quickly back checks and messes up that cross ice pass for the Flyers. Nashville steals it right there in our defensive zone and then puts one on net. Brogan with another glove save. So score of 2-1 here in the second period, 1:07 left. Hayes and Lingjay back on defense along with Tyson, Nixon, and Henry skating forward. Henry tries to work it up the boards. Gets back to Lingjay. Lingjay sends it up the boards hard. Blocked down by the Nashville Flyers. Flyers now with just one man to beat in Hayes. Hayes swipes it away right in front of the net. Tyson comes up, tries to poke check that out, and it goes off of Hayes' skate. Somehow deflects over to Brogan. Brogan quickly covers. So Nixon taking the face off for the Wolves. Poke checked out. Henry trying to work it out of the zone. Nashville takes a shot and it goes off the backside of the goal. Now Hayes is working it towards. Does a nice cross ice pass to Henry that's cut off by the only Flyer that was in the area, and that one guy ends up shooting it towards the net with 9 seconds left.
I think you've cut your mic volume down, boss.
Better?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of two. End of two. Hopefully no more crazy music coming on.
Hopefully they don't unplug our stuff anymore.
Right. So score 2-1. Start of the third period. Nashville's playing hard. Man, they do a really good job, and I remember calling this out last time we played them, but they do a really good job of spreading our defense out. Really doing a lot of cross ice passes. And I really believe our boys have gotten a lot better at doing that too just throughout this tournament. We're starting to see a lot more open ice. Brogan continuing to have a good game.
So whoever's watching at home, sorry if the swearing came through when all the video cut off. My bad. I'll go back and edit it out later.
It happens.
I knew exactly what had happened as soon as the video cut. They were trying to unplug stuff to stop the music. The music's actually coming from over on the main arena side.
Well, Justin has gotten his cardio workout in. He's gone up and down these steps faster than any man should. Twice now, so getting your steps in today.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Ian Farragut taking the face-off along with Finnegan and Phillip on either side. Jackson and Ethan back on D. Ethan chases it back into the corner. Swing and a miss, but he continues to get his own rebounds. Finnegan works it over to Ian. Ian's trying to work it up the center of the ice, and he's only got a couple guys to beat. He takes a shot right off the goalie's glove side. Ian and Jackson retreat, do a good job of pushing the offense out to the edges. But they send one into the center, which just bounces off the skate. And Brogan lost it for a second there. Still doesn't really know where it is, but now that they've called it off the goal, he can get up and find it. And sure enough, it was right up underneath his leg pad. So apparently I keep turning my volume down. I'm going to move my controller so I don't do that again. So Tyson, Nixon, Henry, Hayes, and Ling J out on the ice. And faceoff goes over to Henry Arns. He works it in the neutral zone and just dumps it up into the offensive zone so the offense can catch up. Flyers try to send it out. Hayes steps up, knocks it against the boards, but the Flyers now have the puck and everybody having to back check. Ling J does a good job getting stick on stick there, knocking it loose while the rest of the Bulls catch up. Nashville sends one from the D position up to the goal. And Brogan quickly glove saves and stares down one of the guys coming in for the rebound. So the Bulls take advantage of stoppage of play, bring in Dylan, Nicholas, and Elijah. Ling J and Hayes stay in on defense. Hayes steps up, knocks that one back, trying to clear the zone. Dylan does a good job staying back in center, sends that one, clears the zone. Hayes steps up, poke checks that one away, but quickly taken back by the Flyers, and it's just Ling J back now. Dylan quickly chasing into the corner. Nicholas trying to get a handle on that puck and just gets knocked down by one of the Flyers. Ends up getting sent back up, and Hayes gets it on his stick, trying to send it deep out. Gets it over to Dylan. Dylan continuing to battle, just a lot of traffic everywhere. Nobody's clearing out. They really need to try to clear the puck out at this point just to create some space. And they finally do. Nicholas wouldn't give up on that thing, finally gets it out into the neutral zone, getting everybody a quick chance to change. So Ethan comes in as Hayes goes out in a quick fly. Ling J's been in a long time, so I'm sure as soon as the offensive possession changes, Ling J will come out. Dylan comes out. Nicholas takes it forward and shoots one just wide. Jackson comes in. Ian comes in. Phillip now comes in, and Ian's going to work it up the ice. Sends it over to Elijah Cole, who is on his way out, I believe, but ends up right there in the play. So he stays in, skates it forward. Now Elijah comes out. Finnegan comes in, standing ready. Ian works it along the board, sends it over to a wide open Phillip. Phillip makes one guy miss, sends it back to Ian. Ian comes around, and he's got Finnegan to his middle, takes a shot. Finnegan in a great spot for a rebound, but the rebound just didn't bounce the right way. Send it back to Ethan. Ethan takes a long shot from the D position. Another good opportunity for a rebound. Finnegan takes another shot. Bodies piling up in front of the goal. Goalie can't get up. And now they work it back. There's nobody to beat except our goalie. 1-on-1 with Brogan. And Brogan with a quick save. But the rebound pops back out and goes in the net for Nashville Flyers. Wow. I don't know how their goalie kept that out down on the other end, but They came down. It was a 2-on-1 advantage with all of our guys piled up on top of their goalie.
Defensive breakdowns.
Yeah, everybody was piled up. Bodies just falling in front of that other goal. And so we've got to score 2-2, 8:13 left here in the third period. The goalie is, the Nashville Flyer goalie is asking for a timeout. He's holding his head.
Yeah.
So the Bulls will talk it over, but it looks like out on the ice for the Bulls, it's going to be Nixon, Tyson, Henry, Hayes, and Lingjay coming back out for the Bulls when we resume play. A lot of excitement there. That was, unfortunately, the goal didn't bounce the right way, but a lot of good looks for the Bulls. Finnegan was standing right there. He had 3 or 4 opportunities for rebounds and kept shooting. Everybody did. I think Ian was in that mix too, and just nobody could get one to fall. So Nixon will take the face off. Lingjay steps up, poke checks that one out. Henry ends up with the puck, just tries to send it into the offensive zone, but quickly cut off by the Flyers. Nixon steps up, tries to poke check that one out and can't. Nashville sends one high and wide to the net. Lingjay tries to swing, get that one out. Hayes comes in and misses on the puck, and one quickly gets rebounded back into the Bulls' goal. So the Bulls give up 2 quick ones there for a score of 3-2, 7:43 left here in the third period. Nashville on top. Same line will stay out for the Bulls. No changes here. Tyson works it forward, dumps it deep into the zone, and we'll get an icing call. So the Bulls will come back down into their defensive zone to take this face off. I'm sure you can hear the Flyers fans in the background. They're getting excited. They can feel the energy. Nixon takes the face off again, won by the Flyers, and they flip it high over everybody and just wide of the goal. Flyers trying to center it. Nixon comes in, takes the puck, and he's on a little bit of a fast break with Henry to his left. Nixon just wants that one and puts it right on goal. Good opportunity there for a rebound. Hayes comes up for the rebound, takes a hard shot right into one of the Nashville Flyers who's shaking his arm. Flyers almost able to clear it, but Hayes standing right there at that blue line sends it back deep into the offensive zone. Nashville again tries to clear it. Henry stopping that one with a shoe. Flyers able to work it into the neutral zone. Hayes falls down on the play, but just happens to be in the right place where Nashville shot it. Quickly gets up and gets it back to Henry Arns. Henry trying to work through a few guys, gets a poke checked out though. Nashville's going to send it deep into the zone with Lingjay on chase. Lingjay's going to take it back around the backside of the net, but we do get the icing call. So we'll head back into the Bulls offensive zone for another face-off. Bulls are going to take this opportunity for a line change, bringing out Nicholas, Dylan, Elijah, Ethan, and Jackson. So Dylan will take the face-off. Elijah to his right, Nicholas to his left. Nashville quickly pushes it into their offensive zone and slapped away by Jackson. Jackson goes down on one knee trying to block that shot. Dylan, good job standing in front of the goal, swinging that one away, and that one's right off Jackson's boot. Elijah works it up the boards, trying to get it out of the zone. Nashville doing a good job keeping it in, though. Ethan chases it into the corner. The guy just took way too long and shoves Ethan in the back of the head. Jackson now gives chase and pushes it up the boards. not able to clear the zone, but two Bulls come in between Nicholas and Dillon and just collide right into one of the Nashville players, and we're going to get a delayed penalty. Not sure if it's going to be on Nicholas, which I assume it is.
Yeah,
so Nicholas will head to the penalty box. Assuming that was a shoulder check or.
I didn't see the call. I didn't see what he signaled, but
Nicholas and Dillon both going for the puck, but got a little too much contact. So Bulls will be on a penalty kill. Hayes and Lingje back on defense. Nixon and Ian playing offense. Lingje quickly comes back behind. Ian wins the faceoff, sends it over towards Hayes and Nixon. The Flyers able to send it back around quickly. A little bit of chippiness right there in front of the goal. He kind of kept stabbing once it was in Brogan's glove, so Hayes took a little offense to it and didn't like it. Ian wins the faceoff. Lingje takes it around the backside of the net, tries to send it up to Nixon, which he does. Nixon gets it out of the zone, able to clear it. Lingje comes behind him, swats that one away, leaves Hayes back on defense by himself with 4 Flyers. Everybody back checks, trying to get in there. Hayes takes one straight to the chest. Great block there. Ian works it way across ice trying to find Nixon, but I don't think Nixon realized it was coming that way that hard. Everybody back checks on defense. Hayes steps up. Ian does a good job getting stick on stick there, and they get a shot off quickly off of a rebound and right over Brogan's left shoulder. So we now have a score of 4-2, 4:30 left here in the third period. The Bulls have just, their defense is broken down, and they have
they flattened out a lot.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of rebound shots on us. So coming out for the Bulls is going to be Nixon taking the face off with Henry to his left, Tyson to his right, Jackson and Ethan back on defense. The Flyers get a quick shot and had a great opportunity there. Brogan was completely out of net. The guy just couldn't get a handle on the puck to do anything. Nixon puts a guy into the wall. No call. Henry ends up with the puck, sends it across to Tyson. The pass is just incomplete. Ethan skating backwards, trying to keep up with the Flyers, and they send it across ice, and now they just dump one towards net. Brogan quickly covers with 3:49 left here in the third. Score 4-2 Flyers. Bulls send Dillon and Nicholas and Ian back out, leave Jackson and Ethan on D. Ian taking the face off. Nashville quickly collects it. Put one in front of the net. A lot of bodies hitting the ice. Finds Nashville stick, which quick shot. Just bounces right over the net. They're getting a lot of good looks right there, but Ian kind of spun that guy around, keeping him from being able to take a good shot. Finnegan worked it down ice, did a good job trying to center it. No connection there. Now we got nobody left on defense. Ian coming in, trips him, and Ian and Jackson both chasing him down after we got burned on the offensive side, and ends up in Brogan's glove. I believe we're probably going to get a penalty shot here.
Yeah.
So Brogan's been pretty good at penalty shots. I'm not nervous. I'm sure he is.
Nah.
Oh, you're right. Ice in his veins. He's
Kid's
good.
got ice in his veins, I'm telling you.
So with 3:10 left here, score 4-2. Flyers taking a penalty shot. Up and over his right shoulder. Sorry, Brogan. Didn't mean to jinx you, buddy. So after that goal, it's now 5-2, 3:10 left. Nixon comes out to take the face-off. Lingjay and Hayes back on defense. Tyson and Henry skating forward. Lingjay does a good job getting it over to Henry. Henry takes it into the offensive zone. It's turned over there in the offensive zone. The Flyers skating through the neutral zone. Hayes back on defense. They send one center. Pass is incomplete. Henry does a good job getting a foot up, kicking that one down. Lingjay continuing to battle, sends it across to Tyson. Tyson just continuing to battle along that wall along with Hayes. Nixon tries to slap that one down, continuing to stick lift. Does and gets it over to Lingjay. Lingjay gets tripped up trying to get it out of the zone, and they are going to call a tripping penalty on number 23 for the Flyers. So the Bulls will now have a power play with 2:12 left. Score 5-2. So out for the Bulls, we have Dylan Hunt, Philip Cross, and Elijah Cole, along with Jackson, Boyles, and Ethan Gray. Bulls win the faceoff, take a quick shot. No goal. 57 seconds left here in this penalty shot, or penalty play. So again, Dylan wins the faceoff. Bulls send it up. Elijah tries to send one in, and it hits Dylan's skate. Philip takes a shot, but not on point. Puck deflects off of somebody's stick and bounces wide right over the top of Ethan's stick. Ethan gains control, sends it up ice to Dylan. Dylan tries to dump it deep into the offensive zone. Ethan trying to get a handle on it, can't. Dylan ends up sending it up to Elijah. Elijah gets it out of the defensive zone. Again, Ethan sends it back out to the neutral zone, and we have Phillip with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Now it's a 3-on-1 opportunity. Now finally takes a shot off the stick of the goalie. Some good looks, but somebody's laying on Elijah's stick, I think. Nobody knows where the puck is. Just called up around a whole bunch of people, so. .110 left to play. Kip Cole doing a fantastic job with the clock. He's spot on like always. Nixon takes a quick shot right off the chest guard of the goalie. Henry does a good job poke checking that away. Puck's kind of bouncing around loose there. Finally, it clears the zone, though, so the Bulls have to all reset. Nixon's going to skate around the neutral zone, waiting on everybody to get back on sides, and does. Tries to send it back across center. Tyson tries to backhand one in. Nothing on it. Henry tries to poke check that out, but now it's just Lingjay and Hayes back on defense with a 3-on-2 advantage for the Flyers. Lingjay puts stick on stick, ends up stealing it right there. Sends it back across to Hayes. Hayes is going to work it up ice a little bit. Finally sends it across ice, trying to get it to Henry, but the pass is cut off. Hayes and Lingjay quickly go back on defense, and glove saved by Brogan. So 18.6 seconds left. Nashville Flyers are going to win another one against the Bulls.
Yep. Defensive breakdowns. No good cross-ice passing going on. Not a whole lot anyway.
We've had some good looks. Just puck was not bouncing our way here in this third period.
Could say one thing, right? At least we've been a lot more disciplined on the penalties this go around.
Yeah, much better play today or this game on penalties. So that's it for this league weekend. I'll let you take it away, Justin.
Yeah, I was going to say Merry Christmas, folks, and we'll see you guys next year.